How could this possibly not work is the real question. Downscaled everything. Closed everything in the universe that is not important to me. I've deleted a ton of stuff on here. Come on, YouTube, be friendly. I don't know how else to fix it. I've never, not that I've never had this issue. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Attempt 4. And we're back. It's still choppy as ever. I'm probably just going to let it go. I've downscaled everything. I've done everything I can on my end to try and bring the stuff down. So it sounds like my internet company is throttling my internet because I've not really had this issue. So it might be it might be an issue that I end up not having a great stream tonight. Shout out to whoever is throttling my internet. Normally, after a little bit, it kind of chills out. So, okay, anyways, welcome, Mitch. Hey, I think we lost a lot of people in that first part because there definitely was a lot of shenanigans. Unfortunate, unplanned shenanigans. But we're here to chat. I did have some Mead chores that I needed to complete, but I don't know if I wanted to do those on here. I'm hoping that it's looking smoother, that it's acting smoother at least. Is it smoother on your end? That's the question. Smooth AF. Again. Alexander, thank you for pointing out my flaws. I think it should be fine now. We're all coming back. I hope so. I really wanted to I want this to work tonight. I'm trying to also do something real fast. Is the audio fine? I think I learned that I can't stream with the I do think my internet company is throttling my internet because holy cow, this is insane. But I think it's working now. Okay, so we're here to chat. We're here to enjoy each other's company, talk about mead making, do all the things, trying to get back to my music. What's going on with you guys? What happened this week? I would love to hear what you guys have been up to, maybe what you've been brewing, just really anything about you. I'm curious to hear about your week. I was thinking more like the beginning of Tropic Thunder. A lot better. Oh, man. It's been a long time since I've thought about that movie. That's a throwback. It's not that old, but it's still old enough. I think it's all coming to fruition now. Feel free to, if you know anyone that was going to watch this, send them, tell them that it's working again, because man, that was quite the rough start. I'm a little bummed that I can't stream at 1080p right now because I don't want the audio to be, or not audio, I don't want the video to be crap. I've got myself a Boulevard Pale Ale to sip on. And then I have this, I call it the Bochet. It's kind of a play on Trebuchet. But this is a Bochet that used mesquite blossom honey and EC1118 yeast and of water, of course. So very simple. This one was kind of fun, and it's about 14 months old. So yeah. Hey man, about to add cantaloupe to my mead and secondary tomorrow. I'll tell you this. I have done that before. I did that in the freezer dump mead, which if you haven't seen that video, I literally just dumped a bunch of stuff from my freezer into my mead, and it was very interesting to say the least. And surprisingly, the cantaloupe was stronger than I had realized. Okay, computer, don't do this to me. Be cool. Be cool, computer. It seems like it might be time to upgrade computers. Looks clean now. I tried to adjust the gain on one thing and now it's having a moment. We're getting back slowly but surely. We're getting back to something. Cantaloupe is a very interesting fruit to add to a mead. It has... I love cantaloupe. I'll say this. I think cantaloupe is fantastic. It's one of those fruits that I don't get very often because it's summery and honestly, like if you eat it when it's not ripe, it's a little bit weird. So I don't buy it that often. But in the brewing sense, I've never used it in the primary. I've only ever used it in that secondary time with the freezer dump mead, and it turned out to be interesting to say the least. Would I make it a staple in my brewing world? Probably not. So, cantaloupe is a weird one. I'm trying to think of other fruits that I've experimented with. I have all of these, and you guys know, if you watch the channel, I have a lot of these amaretti flavors that are over here. I'm not going to grab them, but I had, then in trial 1 of this stream, I had Boone right here, and he was co-hosting with me, but he's currently passed out, so I'm going to let him continue to sleep. So where do I hold my glass to catch the mead stream? CD player. Anywhere. You just find any place in your house and just kind of hold the glass out, and hopefully, and if you say cheers 3 times in front of your computer, in front of your computer camera, that's where it'll come out of. So that's how you do it. Just FYI. Hello from the UK. I have a batch of plum mead and blueberry mead under the stairs right now. Both are doing well and taste amazing, even though they're both 2 weeks old and still fermenting. Hey, I've never done plum. Done blueberry. Blueberry's great. Plum sounds like it'd be a fun one to do. Any thoughts on fat washing bacon for a bourbon fortified bacon acerglyn? You definitely would have to fat wash it and get rid of the fat. I have no idea how you would. My concern, and of course this is an open forum. Please, everyone, chime in, because my last thing I want to do is pretend to know everything about the subjects. I feel like a lot of the flavor from bacon, or not a lot, a part of the flavor from bacon comes from the fat. So I wonder if you would get something weird with that. Alexander, give me a second. I will get him in just one moment. When he wakes up again, I will pull him up. Right now, he is looking real adorable and asleep. Welcome, people. Welcome back. If you are here, I would love for you to type an F in the chat if you were here for the first attempt at this stream, which was about 30 minutes ago when I started the stream, and then literally the world came crumbling down. So go ahead and give me some Fs in the chat for those of you who are here from the original crew, if you're an original crew member. I'm going to pour myself a little more Très Bochet. This thing is super good. Doesn't have a lot of tannic value, but it's very good. Got a cranberry mead going with Hornedal Kvike. It's my second try at cranberry. I haven't used real cranberry, but I've made a cranberry mead before with the flavoring, so unfortunately it was not my favorite thing, but I would love to try it again. Look at all these F's in the chat. Let sleeping boons lie. Yes, absolutely. You should definitely try plum from tasting juicy taste. Yeah. I want to do that. That sounds fun. I tried joining, but it says it was removed. Oh yeah. The original one. Well, fun fact, this is attempt, I think I started the stream 5 times, and this is the 5th one. So I did go through and remove the other ones so that people weren't confused about what was happening. Unfortunately. A lavender and mint hydromel bottled today. Put my first Bochet into secondary. Nice. That sounds great. Lavender and mint. Here's a question for you guys. What is the, in your opinion and experience, what is the hardest spice to use in a mead? I think there are so many different spices. I just finished a cinnamon metheglin, or a metheglin using cinnamon. I don't really know how you phrase it, but that one wasn't hard to use. Cinnamon is probably a very simple one to use in my opinion. But before I give my answer, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Cranberry is super heavy in tannin. Interesting. I've never used real cranberry, so I can't say. I'm sure the skin has tannic value, which then you, of course, would struggle with. Tannic-tastic. That's fun to say. Racking 5 gallons traditional tomorrow. Going to add pear flavoring when transition to secondary. Hey, that sounds great. Also, welcome everybody. I haven't said everyone's name, but as I see your name, Lujitsu, Mitch, Static Boris, these are fun names. Smooth Brain, Nargile, John Burke, Alexander, Ross, Tommy. Did I already say Tommy? I don't know if I did. Jason, Trevor, welcome. Trevor's someone who's been around since when I was at 100 subscribers. Which, by the way, let's get a quick update. Let's see. I think I was, last I checked, I was 2 subscribers away from 25K. I'm 3 subscribers away from 25K. If you are not currently subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. When you do that, not only will something pop up here, but also you will kick us to 25,000 subscribers on this channel. And people like Trevor, who have been here since before 100 subscribers, know that this has been a long time coming, and I am super, super grateful for you guys and thankful. 25,000 people. That's so crazy. I can honestly say I am having more fun today than I did making mead videos than I was even when I started. And I think that is a testament that I'm doing something I like. Sorry, I missed all the chat things. Haven't used spice in a mead before, but it would love to try a cinnamon and cardamom combo. Huh. Cinnamon and cardamom. I used cardamom in the Jon Snow's Black Mead, if you watched that video, which was the last one to come out on the channel. And I used the powdered or ground cardamom, and I got people were not super pleased with that. But you know, I think it worked. I think I probably would have had a better result had I actually ground it myself. Some people are saying spiced hydromel. Ooh, that would be interesting. Spiced hydromel. Star anise. I have some of that. I haven't used it yet. Clove. Clove is tough. It's a weird one. I actually have to use clove again soon. So, turmeric. There we go. Ghost, Reaper, Mead, and Spice Level. Ooh, I have a bunch of peppers from Doing the Most, and I'm very excited to eventually, hopefully sooner than later, go ahead and use those in a mead. Also, I need to make this a little bigger. Oh, no. If you want to get an underripe cranberry, aka white cranberry, it might be a fun take since they're less tart. I don't know how you say this. Tommy, correct me if I'm wrong. Mjoldirt? Is that right? I don't know how you say that. Mjoldirt. Because if you pick the wrong one, you die. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Hey man, I work nights, so it's difficult to make these actually at work now. Trevor, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that, dude. I know that hopefully I'm not getting you in trouble. Please, if I am getting you in trouble, you can blame it on me for sure. But don't get yourself in trouble. Happy for you. Thank you so much. Hospital lifetime for work. Oof. Yeah, I know that. My fiance is currently actually working a 24-hour shift at a hospital right now. So, and yeah. As for the hardest spice, possibly think well-to-do mead, asafode. I have no idea how to say that. Interesting. Huh. Well, I don't know how you say some of these words, and I feel like I might get myself in trouble if I were to say them. Now, what's impressive here, we're on the quest for 25K. We're almost there. But we went down a subscriber, which means that one of you unsubscribed from me. Did it not show up? I guess you probably unsubscribed to try and resubscribe. But it is not, yeah. I don't think it worked. It normally, it's supposed to pop up right here if something changes. So it's getting late for me now, so I have to try and sleep. Love watching your videos and hope you have a fantastic stream. Thank you so much, Static Force. I appreciate you popping in, man. Thank you guys. And welcome everybody. If you're here for the first time, or if you're here for the 1000th time, thank you for tuning in to a stream. My name's Garrett. I run a channel called Man-Made Mead. This channel right here, and I make a bunch of mead videos. So it's it's a hobby that has greatly consumed my life. As you can see behind me, I have bottles and bottles of things that are setting and waiting to go somewhere. So I put out a bunch of videos. I try to do 2 videos a week at this point. And my Sunday videos, which there's a video coming out tomorrow, and all I'll say is it is a very fun episode of Palate Expanders. I normally do I'm not going to say non-mead related video, but a mead theory, behind the scenes meaty, that's a weird way to say that, but a video that's like not making a mead on Sundays. And then Thursday videos are my creations of meads. So tomorrow will be a fun one, but I make about 2 videos a week. It's just Mead Spice Norway. 31 viewers and 8 likes. Come on, people. You know what? I agree. Just like we're 4 subscribers away from 25K. We got to get there. 25K. It's kind of pronounced like you and burning. Oh, the Mew. Interesting. I feel like I'm offending somebody by butchering these. It's like whenever someone comments and their name is something that is not super simple for me. I always try it just because I think it's fun, but I always do worry that I'm going to offend somebody because I butcher their name. I want to make an orange creamsicle session mead soon. 14 to 16% meads are hard to crush. If I do, it's a rough time after. Yeah, that's pretty heavy duty. I mean, this bad boy right here is 14%, and I will not be crushing this because, of course, I want to be okay. And this is a big PSA to say drink responsibly. Make sure you are doing things correctly. 16 likes. Ooh, I'm not actually watching that. We went down another subscriber. I feel like the more I talk about it, the more subscribers we lose. We need 5 subscribers now. Oh man, this is not what I expected when I was pushing for 25K, was to lose people. Oh, this is funny. Seems a good time to say hola. Hello, Theron. And everyone else, Pancakes, Iser. Who else have I not said? I think I said Steve earlier. Mary Animal. I'm guessing that's Mary Animal. Probably. Well, that's the Oklahoma us coming out. Mary Animal. If you want to see... Oh, we're up. We got 1 subscriber. We got 4 left, guys. 4 until we get there. And we'll see if it should be a thing right here. Maybe that will update. Don't know how to say that. In most Scandalangs, English speakers can get close by starting with an E in bed and then rounding the lips. Don't really know if I'm gonna attempt that. I feel like I'm gonna hardcore embarrass myself by trying this. Merry Animal. Okay, so we talked about what are most difficult spices in our opinion. Now the next one, aside from things like durian or fruits that are obviously I'm going to say obviously potent. What are some fruits that you feel are hard to use? So people were talking about cranberry earlier. Cranberry is one of those things that I haven't used real cranberries, but from what I understand, they greatly affect the pH of a brew. And, of course, that affects ultimately the fermentation. So yeasts and their comfortability as they ferment. I would say that you have to know how to counterbalance pH weirdness. Rubduck2, I would subscribe, but I can't sub twice. I appreciate that. We'll get there. We'll get there tonight. 4 away. I wish I had one of those like live sub counts, but maybe I can pull it up on my phone. Live subscriber. Cranberry is very hard. It's true. I'm trying to think of other fruits I've used that are tough. What is happening here? Click on the channel. I've only tried making ciders and sizers from fresh pressed juice. From watching your videos, I think some skins in there. Yeah, I definitely believe that skins of fruit are vital for adding tannic value. So I'd highly recommend, if you are going to use fruit, to include at least a little bit of the skin, just to try and get that tannic value. Sub count. I'm trying to get a live sub count thing going. Oh, there it is. That's not who I want. Made a cranberry blood orange with some almond. Ooh, what? Almond extract and cranberry blood orange aged on oak. That sounds really interesting. Like, that sounds... Wow. I could get behind that for sure. I'm trying to find... Live subscriber count. There it is. Well, this isn't gonna. This thing only goes by the hundreds. Fruits that are super acidic seem to be hard. Okay, so I'm gonna share. If you guys know me, I love making content, and I've recently kind of switched my content in a form that the videos are shorter. Because I want to make sure and like. I want to post content that you guys want to watch, and I noticed that a lot of my old content was very long form, and not that people don't enjoy that stuff, but some people don't want to watch a 30-minute video of me making things, so I've decided to try and condense things down. But I've had a wild Mead video idea, and it's back here. It looks like it has a cape on. I'll try and move it over a little bit. This thing, you can see it, there you go. It looks like it kind of has a cape on, but it's a heat wrap. This is my favorite thing about YouTube, my world I'm in. I just get to mess around. I get to make serious meads. I get to make stupid ones. This is a stupid one. The whole video is about trying to I'm going to call it virtually punish the yeast. So essentially I gave it a super high gravity to start off. I did not give it any nutrients, and I'm fermenting at the top of the yeast's range. And so it's kind of a satirical video to address some of the issues that we see in the mead making community, but I just think it's fun. So that guy right there is he just started today, and we'll see how he ferments with It's not Kveik, I'll tell you that. It is not a Kveik. It's actually, I'll just tell you, it's Lalvin QA23. So, yeah. To be fair, I'm making mead because of those longer videos, so kudos to you. Hey, I don't think the long video is bad. I noticed that me personally, I can drone on, and I want to try and condense my content a little bit. Of course, I still plan on doing elaborate things, but I also would like to make things a little more bite-sized. So if you notice, some of my future videos are going to be shorter, like the editing style that went behind the Yoda Mead video, which if you if you watch that, I would love if you watch the Yoda lightsaber Mead video. Let me know in the comments right here what you thought of it. Did you like the different style of editing? Did you like the video itself? Because I do want to be appropriate and give you guys stuff you want to consume. I don't want to be too short, but I also don't want to be too long. I know about the recipe from the 800 EC. It would be fun if you tried, huh? Thank you for the videos. Learning what can be done with leftover honey. Everything, anything can be done with leftover honey. It's up to you to create your experience. So when your mead tastes like a sweat sock, you won't be surprised. I make a lot of mead, and again, this video I'm working on, I have low expectations for what this mead will turn out. I love the mix of your own recipes inspired by pop culture. Great way to bring people in. I think so too. I love, I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. I don't know, is anyone else a Game of Thrones fan? Feel free to type it down below. But, so I read all of the Game of Thrones books, and it took me quite some time. Because first of all, just to be very frank with y'all, I'm a slow reader, and the Game of Thrones books are bonkers. I mean, they get so thick in the details, and then you get down to the point where you're learning about family history of the 5 or 6 different main families, down to like, okay, you know the king, and then you know all of the squires, and then sometimes they get down to like this, oh hey, this is the maid's name of such and such person, and you're like, what the heck, how am I supposed to remember literally 500 characters? So those 5 books, excuse me, 6 ones on the way, took me about 2 years to finish. But I love Game of Thrones. I like Star Wars quite a bit, and obviously that's just a fun thing to do to make a Star Wars mead. I still have Darth Vader, so I got to work on over here. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm in the works for it. It's going to take a little bit of effort because it's a weird one. And I want to do it in a unique way. Books are awesome. Show was awesome to a point. Well, my whole thing I was saying there, I meant to say, is that I read the books because I was like, I'm going to go ahead and now watch the series, and then I didn't pay for HBO, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to watch it. So maybe one day when I decide to pay for HBO, I will go ahead and watch the show. But for now, yeah. I add a spoon of honey in my spaghetti sauce. Huh. I've been putting... Granted, I have a ton of honey, so extra honey is a quote, air quote for me. I've been putting honey into smoothies. I've been kind of doing a smoothie thing recently, and that's been really good too. Game of Thrones is great. I agree. I loved the books. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I'm a huge George R.R. Martin fan. I think that both of them have a really unique and I'm trying to think of the best. I almost used the word thick, which was like thinking about like mead making, but almost like a thick writing style. Mainly that the details that they put out are super thick. Not the right word for that, but totally looking forward to the new show. Oh yeah, me too. I need to get on there. I probably need to just go ahead and pay for HBO. I just don't. It's just extra things. We are 3 subscribers away, friends. 3 subscribers from 25,000. I'll put it in the title. Help us get to 25K subs. There we go. It's now in the title of the thing, so maybe... Dense. That's the word I'm looking for. Dense, thick. I've been working on pan sauces featuring mead, trying to keep the subtleties present. Interesting. I put honey on everything. My boss put me onto honey on pizza. There's a really good pizza place over by me, and they have a what's it called? It's a pizza, I think it's called Ghost Killa Face or something like that, that puts sriracha and honey combined, and oh my gosh, that thing's incredible. I could get behind that all day. Stacy, get the HBO free trial and binge watch it. I'm about to hit summer break for me, so that might be a week. Is Man-Made Mead subscribed to Man-Made Mead? I don't know if I am. Let me get on and do it real fast. What if you could? That'd be interesting. What an interesting concept. Thicker than a Snicker. Hot honey on pizza is life. I have some of that. I just transferred. So, little look into my world. In 2 weeks from yesterday, I guess in 13 days, I should say, I'm getting married. And so we've been obviously moving things. And my roommate who lived with me just moved out. And so I have taken his room and started moving things into there. And I took all of my, I call it my Noah's Ark of meads, which is literally just like, I have a ton of boxes of mead up here, but I had probably 12 to 14 underneath my bed. I moved all of those into a closet and just tried to get it kind of house ready. And one of the things I've been working on is clearing out meads for one, but also reorganizing all of my honey collection. So I just moved all of my honey collection up to a cabinet. It's a huge mess. I've definitely realized I have a lot of honey, which is great. I've got 60 pounds of honey. Not 60. I got 30 pounds of honey here. I got probably combined 60 pounds there. I've got 60 pounds up in this pantry. It's a great place to be. I am not complaining. But it made me realize I have a lot of stuff I need to use. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I'm excited. It's a new chapter of life, a different chapter. And my fiance will undoubtedly get to learn and see the hecticness of this. I don't think she's been around she's been around when I've done some video stuff, but I tend to be like a chicken with its head cut off when I'm recording videos. So it's interesting. Hot sauce and honey is my go-to for most dips. Ooh. Thank you guys. You guys are so kind. I appreciate you. Did you make the mead for the wedding? I haven't yet. So my plan, I've been talking about it for a long time. My big plan, let me actually find. I just looked at it the other day. It's a 15-gallon fermenter. It's this plastic one. Where is it? So I need this. I've hesitated to start the mead because to go backwards in time. I talked about making a wedding mead, and my fiance's favorite fruit is pear, and mine is apple. So I'm gonna do this huge analogy for marriage, essentially, within a video, and make combine these two ingredients and all these things into one. Blah, blah, blah. But the goal is to get enough bottles, at least 25 bottles, to have one bottle of mead for every anniversary. So theoretically, I have a year to go ahead and get this going, but I probably need to do that. Does fiance ever even like mead? Yeah, she likes mead. Yeah, definitely. Did you make the mead? That's a lot of honey. It definitely is. Hello, Texas Longhouse Mead. Did you brew a moon's worth of honey mead? I'm working on it for sure. Kicking back and enjoying my chocolate, vanilla, and black walnut extract mead. That sounds really good. Did I miss the doggo? You haven't missed the doggo. He's still sleeping. I will grab him in just one moment. Started a mead for my buddy's wedding in 6 weeks. There you go. That's awesome. But the wedding mead idea, I probably need to start it now because I'm going to have to make it very high ABV, and then it's going to have to be sweet if it's going to age for 25 years. So that's obviously a long time to age, but I think it'll be really good in the long run. I'm excited. And I was saying all of that to get to this right here. This is I don't know. That's not going to work. Anyways, this is a 16-gallon fermenter that looks like a cooler that I'm going to buy at some point. And put everything in. The problem is using all the fruit. If I'm going to use fruit, it's going to be going by the standard thing. I'm probably going to need, well, put it this way. A gallon of mead is roughly about 3 to 4 bottles, assuming you don't lose a lot to sediment. And so that would mean I need at least 7 gallons, 8 gallons to start, because that you're going to lose some to sediment. I'm gonna estimate that I need 9 gallons of mead. So I'm gonna need probably like 25 to 30 pounds of fruit, which is a lot. Honeymoon comes from the gift of months worth of mead to the newlywed couple. You know what? People need to know that. They need to know what mead really means for them. Killjoy asks, when making a Bochet, how much honey is needed in order to compensate for loss of honey due to the boiling process? I don't have exact measurements, but my estimate, this last time I made a Bochet, I started with 9 pounds. I estimated that I lost probably about half a pound. So I don't have any scientific data. Please don't quote me. Don't take this as biblical fact just because I said it. But I estimated about a half a pound of loss. Could have lost more. I made a raspberry chocolate mead. Ooh, that sounds good. Love the Perry Sizer idea. Would make it pretty big. Yeah, definitely need to make it sweet. 25 years is a long time. It also means that I'm going to be holding on to those for forever. So I got to package them well, do all the things. Do you need a lot of extra preservatives for something to keep 25 years? Generally, I would say I'm definitely going to use sorbate and potassium metabisulfite. That sulfite is a preservative, so I think that will help preserve the mead, of course, being a preservative. Aside from that, I don't think I need to put extra in. As long as you store it well, it's corked well, and it's high ABV and sweet, you're probably going to age well. If it's dry, I don't know how well a dry mead would age comparative to a sweet one. That's a buttload of fruit. It is a lot of fruit. That's why I'm hesitant to start it, because it's a lot of fruit. Walnut. That black walnut extract sounds good. What's the loss in fermentable sugar? Was that your original question? Oh no, that was someone else's. I don't know for sure. This last one, the Jon Snow's black mead, which was a Bochet. I Bochet'd it for 2 hours and 45 minutes to basically make it black. It started at 1.100 and finished at roughly about 1.010. So there was residual sweetness. Do I know exactly how much other than by gravity reading? Not really. The water from the honey will evaporate before the sugars will, but that is the loss of honey. Yeah, that's still the weight you get from the honey. So it's hard to know if you're I don't believe you're evaporating off sugars unless you boil it to a crisp. We are 1 subscriber away from 25,000, which means we might need to just bring out a special guest. You're being summoned, friend. We'll see. Oh. He was napping. He will be here. We'll see if we get to the 25K. You can tell he is. Oh. Ugh. Okay. Isn't a black mead? Yeah, black currant mead. Black meads are black currant meads generally. Sorry, I'm trying to situate here. Synthetic corks. I'm a synthetic cork person. I love synthetic corks. I think I will always use them at this point. Does a Bochet end up with a higher gravity because of unfermentable sugar? Yes. Well, no. Well, yet your final gravity, yes, is higher, theoretically. This is Boone, for anyone interested. He, woken him up from a nap. Oh my gosh. He's also 50 pounds now, so I'm getting my workout in without having to do anything. 1 sub coming. We're having a mead party here watching you. Hey, let's see if we did it. Oh, we're still at 24. 999. My thing is not updated. Oh, dog. He's tired. He is ready to lay back down. I've started to study the thermal properties of simple sugars to dial in boiling process of Bochet. It's pretty complex sugars, melting point and rate. Yeah, there's a lot of science behind it that I don't understand, to be honest. So, Brian T says that honeymoon story is a myth. It does seem a little fishy, but I would love for it to be true. I think he fell asleep. I don't know. I had to, he's looking a little emo recently because of his hair. We gotta get him a haircut. But, had to trim back his not eyebrows. I guess his eyebrows. Because it's literally like shades over his head. He is very chill. We've also caught him. He's being chill now, but if you've watched a previous stream, he is a little psychopath and has terrorized the world. Hey, look at that! 25,002 subscribers! Hear that, buddy? He's like, I don't even care. We got to 25,000 subs, guys. This is super, super exciting. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. From me and Boone, who is so glad to be here. We are thankful for your time. I can tell he's like, I'm ready to, he's ready to get down. Alright. Thank you, buddy. You can go and sleep again. He's like, I'm ready to pass out. Huzzah. Thank you, guys. This is exciting. I am, truly, I mean in the world. This is beyond anything I could expect. I remember being at 100 subscribers, and I tell this story, and it seems snarky, but it was 100% true. When I started making content and my videos would get 5-10 views, I was like losing my mind. Which, again, I don't mean this in any snarky way. Any amount of views you get on a video should be worth something. And I've had to learn that myself. But I remember being at that point, and then I remember when I got to 100 subscribers, I was super excited. I did a huge giveaway and things. And not that I don't plan to do giveaways anymore, but I just remember I did all of these things. It's very fun. So I never expected in a million years to get to 25,000 subscribers. It's very surreal. And I'm extremely thankful for you guys. You guys are too kind. Thank you so much. Logan asks, if I bottle without degassing completely, will that affect the aging in the bottle? There'll be a little bit of degassing within the bottle over time, which will then create, if it's a lot of degassing, carbonation, but more than likely just a little hiss when you open it. John asks, how do you log your brews? Is it all paper? Do you have some form of electronic recording too? I do all of my stuff on a Google Sheet because it's easier for me to keep track of stuff. So that's what I end up doing. It's this Grandmaster list. I just logged brew number 162. This guy right here that's behind me. It's number 162, so it's pretty fun. Not all of them have been meads. Probably 155 are about meads, and then the other 7 or so are beers and some wines. I'd be excited to. Everyone has to start somewhere, absolutely. And if my channel never passes this point, I am still going to do stuff. My plan is to continue to make content until... truly until I hit the next stage of life where I need to put something else as a priority. And of course, getting married, my life's going to change a little bit, and I know that's going to change. But I don't foresee it affecting video content too much. If it does, we'll cross that bridge. Mead lovers out there. There are a lot... You know what? Those people need to not be anonymous. They need to jump on the train and say, hey, we're here too. I'm at 75 subs and it's mind-blowing for me. You are doing the most. Man, if you're not subscribed, first of all, if you're not subscribed to Texas Longhouse Mead, you need to go check him out. He has a YouTube channel, and he also makes a lot of great mead content. And I want to support him. There are a bunch of people who have mead YouTubers, I will say, that I've popped up over the past year or so. So Texas Longhouse Mead is one of them. Faywood Mead is another person who has popped up on the radar. There's a guy named Arrow to the Mead who is also putting out some things. I watched one of his videos earlier, and he put out a very fun video about putting out an excessive amount of yeast into a brew. He put, I think it was 470 grams of yeast into one brew for something to kind of prove a point. So check him out. Check out anyone else in that mead sphere. Just be sure to support everyone. I think that's what we have to do. Ross says, can I reuse a yeast slurry if I've added sparkaloid, or is it nerfed? I think you could still use it, theoretically. I don't think that the sparkaloid does not kill the yeast. It just drops things to the bottom. Do I have scientific data backing my statement? No. So try it and let me know. This is solid. I hate to say it, but I think that the pandemic has been good for brew-related content providers. Lots of people picking up new hobbies with all the downtime. Absolutely. My biggest video on my channel, unfortunately, is not a mead video. It is that cheap wine to cider, and it's me taking Walmart juices and essentially brewing them into a cider / wine. And that one popped off big time because of the pandemic. And everybody's like, well, crap, now I want to brew, or I want to get XYZ, but I don't want to go spend a bunch of money. So they wanted a cheap alternative. I don't think it's a bad thing that this has popped up over the course of the pandemic. I think it's important that people pick up new hobbies, and it means that our community has grown. So speaking of community, I do want to highlight these things. First of all, shout out to these lovely friends right here. These are YouTube members. These are people who support me on YouTube. You can go down below, and there's a join button. That join button essentially is for $1.99 a month. You get to see all of my videos a week early. So right now, those people can see the video that's coming out this coming Thursday. They have also already seen the video that is coming out tomorrow. So you can go check that out. Then I got some other friends to thank. These are my patrons, people who support me on Patreon. The same situation. The thing that I like about Patreon is that you can of course get in for $1.99 a month and see my videos early, but I also give some exclusive access to things for my patrons that are of the higher tier. So if you want to support me on Patreon for more than that $1.99 a month, by no means do not feel like you have to, but if you just want to do that, that's Patreon. There's lots of ways to do that. You can check that out right there. And then the last thing is social media links. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Discord. The Discord's the big one. Check out the Discord. It's a great place to chat about mead making all the time. So I want to highly encourage everybody to be a part of that world. I wonder if the cider video got a bump for you because of South Africa banned selling alcohol during lockdown. Interesting. I didn't realize that was a thing. For the first time, long time, big fan. You know what? I appreciate you just being here. Thank you, Ross. Mary Animal says, I'm immune compromised. I haven't been to a liquor store in over a year. BrewTube is a godsend. It definitely is. You can get everything you need on Amazon. You can go to Walmart and pick up most everything you need, or if you have a local brew shop, that's your next step. I see a lot of banana wine recipe out there, but no mead. In Spain, they love honey, banana pancakes, and it's great. So banana and honey are great together. Give it a try. Oh, that sounds good. Texas Longhouse Mead. Holy cow, friend. Thank you so much for donating. I don't know if it's popping up here. It should pop up. I sure hope it will.
If it doesn't, thank you, Texas Longhouse Mead with the $50. Oh my gosh. Thank you for supporting the channel. I will still. He's, by the way, he's not paying. There is no agreement here for this. I want to promote him regardless if I owe him money or if he were to gives me money. Which, thank you. Go check out Texas Longhouse Mead. Holy cow! Thank you so much, man. I still have, it's somewhere in my world. I still have the wine I need to make. I have about 6 different six. This is smart. 6 different kinds of honey, and a wine kit that I need to start brews with, but I just don't have the stuff. Where's the Discord? I think I can put it in Discord. You can join via this link. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Man, it always does this. .io/man. Okay, there you go. If you want to join the Discord, it's right there. Oh, I touched my computer and now it's laggy. Feel free to hit that link if you want to join that Discord. It's a great community to chat. Thank you, Texas Longhouse Mead. I appreciate you, man. You're awesome. You're a rock star. He has a very fun video of him taste testing a bunch of his projects on the channel, on his channel right now. So I want to push that for sure. Holy cow, 25,000 subscribers. That's crazy. BrewTube. What is BrewTube? BrewTube is our name for YouTube brewing. So that could entail cider making, beer making, wine making, mead making, sake making, anything that is brewing related. We call it BrewTube just as a short, essentially. What are the $2 Discord benefits in Patreon? Would it be possible for us YouTube members to get it too? It's the same. So YouTube, $1.99 is see my videos a week early. Patreon, $1.99 is see my videos a week early as well. At that $5 tier, I offered some exclusive things to them recently. So they saw a I'll say this. I'm doing a tournament again this year, a man-made mead tournament. Aside from, which I'll talk about in a moment, aside from Mead Stampede. And so I offered to those people and above to sign up to be part of the tournament since I'm using your meads instead of mine this year. And so stuff like that, I give kind of exclusive offers to those people because they are supporting me extra in that way. And so not that the $1.99 is not supporting me, and I want to say that, but I do want to make sure and give proper tiers for things. I don't think it'd be fair for the $1.99 to get everything and somebody to support me even more and not get more. So aside from that $5 tier, everything above, there aren't a lot of extra perks at that point. If you just want to support me more just for your own sake, it's there. One of my favorite meals is toast with peanut butter, banana, and honey. Ooh, how would it translate into a mead? Wasn't that Elvis's sandwich? Well, other than the honey, of course. I've made my first mead ever 2 days ago. The problem is I don't see any bubble coming from my airlock. Do you have any tips? Peter, first question. Let's troubleshoot it this way. Are you using a bucket? If you're using a bucket, there could be a chance that the seal on the bucket is not great, and so the CO2 is escaping in other ways. If you're using a carboy, like one of these guys, and you have the bung on properly and it's not bubbling, that could be a different story. Sadly, peanut butter is very hard to taste in a mead. That's not totally true. I will refute your statement by saying I made a peanut butter and jelly mead, and I used peanut butter syrup, and the peanut butter flavor actually got stronger over time. So I don't know that it's totally true that you can't taste it. If you don't put enough, of course you can't taste it. But I believe you could probably taste it. Yep, Elvis loved peanut butter and nanner sandwich. Oh, man. I definitely think that'd be an interesting mead combination for sure. I don't really know how it worked. The bread flavor's hard. Whenever I made my peanut butter jelly sandwich, I used graham cracker as the bready flavor, but with graham cracker, you get spices because it has spices in it. So it's a little catch-22. Yeah, I don't know. Homebrew Challenge on YouTube did a beer with peanut butter substitute with sorts called PB2. Didn't come through for him. So that what you're talking about there is it's funny you mentioned this. I can probably go get it in a second, but you're talking about that is dehydrated peanut butter. And so essentially you take out the oil, take out the water, take out a lot of things, which the oil actually is a good portion of the flavoring within peanut butter. So I would say that the alternative, and I know I throw their name around a lot, and some of you guys roll your eyes when I say this, but Amaretti has a peanut butter syrup that is intended for brewing, for baking, and those things, and it does not have any oil in it. So that's what I used, and it worked well. I can dig up the video. Yeah, if you want to put the video down below so people can mark it. And we don't have peanut butter syrup here in Norway. Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's hard to get a hold of. If you have a flat top fermenter, you want to check the silicone ring for a leak. The gaskets. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The O-ring essentially that's in there. The silicone ring sometimes doesn't seal. I have a 2-gallon bucket that doesn't seal at all, and so I can never trust the airlock. I can really only ever trust my eye and watching it. I'm using a bucket and everything seems to be sealed tight. Is it possible my yeast is dead? Here's how you know for sure if your bucket seals tight. Whenever you put the bucket on, you should see, I don't have a great example here. You should see pressure. Oh. So, like this. I don't know if you can see, but there's a pressure right here that's pushing. This is actively fermenting. The pressure coming from here has pushed this airlock to move. So if you have a one-piece airlock like this, you can notice it. If you have another one, you should see some pressure. This will tell you that your seal is good. If you were to set it in like this, for example, so I just barely put that in, the pressure is not there, so clearly the seal is not on. But when you push down, you should have some sort of seal. Also, like people are saying, hydrometer never lies. Make sure you use your hydrometer for things. This reminds me, I need to take care of that thing. I missed a lot of things. We only have summer honey, wild honey, and run for your life honey here. You can boil peanuts and freeze to extract the oils and get off the flavor. That's a good idea. I did that with, I did a maple praline mead, and I tried to do it 2 ways. There's a video on the channel, but I basically baked some pecans, and then I boiled the pecans in water. Step 1. I dried them off. I put them in the oven at like a lowish heat so they would dry out and hopefully seep out any more oils. At that point I put them in and I still had oil in it. So using peanuts, pecans, anything else in that nut world is a little bit tough. Yeah, so you guys are speaking of the banana mead. Texas Longhouse Mead is actually working on a banana mead recipe. He's doing it 3 ways. So if you want to check that out, that's over on his channel. Oh man, what a day. I'm still a little bit in awe that we're at 25,000 subs. I was not expecting to get there today. It's crazy. I don't even have, well, I guess I have a couple of meads that are like going to be 4 years old soon. So I'm excited to try those. I'm at the point where I have so much mead up above me that I am going to be sharing with friends, of course, because my goal in life is to share with friends and do these things. And I have my Noah's Ark of mead that's still in a closet where I've collected 2 of every mead. So, welcome everybody. If you're just tuning in, we're here to chat about mead making, and that's the whole point of it. If you came for the dog, he is currently dead asleep right next to me. So I brought him up earlier. I already disturbed him once. I'm going to let him continue to be passed out for the moment. The hard thing to do is bottle for me. Yeah. So I did a podcast episode yesterday with David Myers, who is from Redstone Meadery. He's the founder of Redstone Meadery, which is about to be 20 years old. And I had a great time chatting with him about his world. If you've never had Redstone, they're based out of Boulder, Colorado. And they have, they're more, well, they have a variety of things, but their big things they put out on shelves most of the time are sparkling session meads. And so I had a great conversation talking about the origin of session meads, his history with it. Him being 20 years in the brewing world is always fascinating. So, but sorry, I just read a comment. But that's one thing that, circling back a little bit, it's one thing you can look forward to if you do join below. You can see those videos a week early. That video will be out tomorrow for my YouTube members and my patrons. They will be able to see my interview with him for my What's New with Mead episode on there. What's the pink one? Oh, it looks pink. This one right here, this is not pink. It definitely looks pink, but it's just a blueberry mead. That's that blue light back behind. I have a very fancy setup now. I'll just show you guys. I've been excited. I wanted to spruce up my look, so I got a TV. And of course, I got somebody to design this for me. It's my logo with things, but then I also have the ability to, I don't know if I'm going to mess this up. Oh, I changed the color on me. So I can change all the colors all day, do whatever I want. Can have a little party back here. We'll go party mode for a little bit. It looks pink though. In that light, it looks pink. Do you ever drink any natural wines? Do you mean wines that are wild yeast? I actually have. I used a wild yeast in a brew recently, and I put it out on the channel. I used snow water as my water base, honey, and blueberries for my natural yeast. So it was very interesting. Come for the dog, stay for the mead. There you go. Are any of those nut oils soluble in ethanol? I have no idea, actually. That's a great question. Camera right, up shelf, far left, carboy. Well, now that my lights are going. Camera right. Oh, are you talking about this one? Hold on, I gotta pause my lights. I can't even see. Oh, oh Lord, I stopped it on a bad point. What is happening back there? That's exciting. Are the jars behind the TV aging meads? These right here, great question. These right here are the yeast shootout meads. So my whole series about pairing different yeast against each other, those are them. So that's a couple of them up there. There's a couple more up here. I think the pink one you guys are talking about is right here. My lights now affect the look of it. This one right here, I'll actually get a little taster of it here in a moment. This is from that wild yeast mead I made. This has maple syrup. This has spicy maple syrup in it. So this is the example that I kept. I just haven't used it in a while.
Sorry. What's your philosophy on gallon versus 5-gallon batches? I see mostly gallon batches behind you, but I know your bud doing the most does a lot of 5-gallon batches. I'm all about 5-gallon batches. I don't have the space to do them. So I keep to 1-gallon batches for the most part because I have space to do that in here in my little cubby, which you can't see super well, but I do have a few 5-gallon things. So there's a few things in here. I've got about probably, I don't know, 4 or 5-gallon things in there. One of them is aging for a long time. The other 2 are just setting. I don't mind doing large batches. I just don't do it all the time. Now it looks orange. You said it's blueberry. Yeah, those lights are really affecting that. Logan asks, what do you think the worst mead you made that was bad even after aging? Ask because all the ones I have made have been harsh and unforgiving, hoping the age helps. So my absolute worst is not still in existence in my world, and that was this basically distilling yeast that I had used, and I tossed that one out pretty much immediately. It was rocket fuel. It tasted terrible. But aside from that, I made a spearmint tea mead one time, and it tasted like you were chewing on a spearmint leaf, so it wasn't great. Those are probably up there. That's the worst. Oh, am I still wrong? No, on the other end of the shelf. I am backwards. So to me, this is my right. This is left. So camera right, but I think it's flipped. Oh gosh. Hold on. Maybe it's not flipped. So that's right. That's left. Oh man, orientation. I don't think I know. Oh. There's a papaya one right here. This is papaya that I'm pointing at. This one right here. Oh, there we go. This right here is a, that's Can It Be a Mead episode number 9, which is a Bochet avocado blossom honey, black lime, and black cherry. This is Darth Vader's mead right here that I'm pointing at. This one you can't see. This one's a blueberry mead. This one is an experimental mead that I was attempting to make a Star Wars mead with, that it was purple. It's really dark now. And then that one over there is a house blend. So this house blend is a bunch of random stuff. My right over here, these are all yeast shootout meads. So this one right here has the light right in front of it. So those are all yeast. They have orange blossom honey and various yeast. I'm trying my best, y'all. Apparently I'm not great at this. I recently had to transition to pine tea mead in a vinegar experiment because it was just too funky and fixable. I feel like I need to change the lights to not be alternating. Let's just... Oh, I broke it. There we go. We'll make them singular. Oh, here we go. Got a gender reveal. Let's go gender reveal style, y'all. Trying to get gender reveal. You can't really see the pink on here. Oh well. Just know that there's a gender reveal going up back behind me. 25K, congrats! Yes, we reached 25,000 subscribers just now. I did not expect it to happen on stream, but we're at 25,006 subscribers. Cheers to everyone here. I am so thankful to have you here. Again, I have never, well, I hoped to be here one day, but I never expected to be here. And every time I say this, I don't expect to go further. I'm here for the ride, and I hope you are too. I have a lot of fun videos coming out, including, just to tell you, this coming Thursday is a watermelon hydromel, right in time for summer. So I will tell you, it does not use real watermelon, so please don't punch me in the face because I'm not using real watermelon. It's kind of tough. Tomorrow, I have a video for... Oh gosh, I'm having a moment.
Oh, Palette Expanders episode 4. Me and Doing the Most get together and make some or test some mead and things. The following week, I have a podcast episode with David Myers from Redstone Meadery. The week after that, you're going to get all the details that you never wanted. Actually, don't know that I can look. I don't know if I got a lot of stuff coming up. I'll just leave it at that. I have a shot on. Ooh, yeah, here it is. We're doing the gender. Maybe I'll convince Doing the Most. We'll do the gender reveal party with these lights. How about that? I'll be. We'll make that work. Got your shirt with the new logo, premium quality. I encourage everyone to check it out. Lisa, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you would like to get yourself a man-made Mead shirt, feel free to do that. In fact, give me one moment, you guys. Get to enjoy a music break.
Space is open to us now, and our eagerness to share its meaning is not governed by the efforts of others. We go into space because whatever mankind must undertake, free man
Woo!
fully
Dance break. Okay. One, I had to go pee. But two, if you would like to support the channel with a shirt, I have many options. This is option number 1. You can find these on my store, which anyone want to help me out and hop on my website, as I can't do this right now, and go to the merch. This is option number 1. You can get this on my store. It's a fun one. We'll just layer these below. Support. You can support me with a shirt. Next one, simple. Man-made mead, classic. Keep it simple. You know what it is. My favorite one, though, just because it's the newest one, is this one right here. Ooh, I love that. Name the baby. Doing the Most, baby most. Oh, that's funny. This is the newest one. This is on. I think it's also on my website as well. You can support and get a shirt. So this is the one I like this one the most, honestly. This is my new logo, which is something you can see back there. But feel free to support the channel by buying a shirt if you'd like to. The cool thing about Bonfire, which is the website that makes this shirt right here, most of the proceeds come to me. So, yeah. I thought they were waiting till the birth to discover the gender. Maybe so. I don't know. But we got the lights ready, so if BC's here, I got you, dude. Don't worry. We'll get you figured out. We'll make it epic. Maybe I need to make like a pink mead and a blue mead, and then like that can be the deciding factor. Or does anyone know like a science trick where we can like, what's the thing where you pour it into a liquid into something and it changes the color? Maybe we can work on that. Do that in the mead world. Get funny on honey. That's funny.
My dog, Boone, is now in play mode. He has brought me a toy because he wants to play, but he will have to wait just a moment. Sorry, buddy. A local distillery does a spruce tip gin that's amazing, and I'm super curious to try it at Mead. No idea what the best way to tackle is. Maybe a tea? Honestly, I don't know either. I think a great place to go for that would be Reddit. Reddit generally has the most tips on things. Somebody has tried something on Reddit, so check out the Mead Reddit. Buddy, we can't play right now. I'm sorry. I know. He's brought me his chipmunk, and he's like, he's ready to play. Butterfly, flower pea. Yes, there's that. But I'm talking about the science things where it changes colors completely. I'm going to back up mine. Need a shout out? 810 Meadery. Ooh, especially their Liquor Sunshine that got me into brewing mead. A carbonated lemon and lavender. I've seen a bunch of people using lavender recently. I'm still on the hunt to... I talked about this last live stream. I'm still on the hunt to make that light blue Obi-Wan Kenobi mead. It's going to take a little bit of weirdness to make it because butterfly pea blossom changes with pH balance. So, I don't know. There's a lot more science than I realized coming into this brewing world. Ooh, 33 likes, 35 viewers. Cheers to y'all. You guys are awesome. I'm going to go for about... How long have I been streaming? I'm going to go for about 10 more minutes, and then I got to close it down because I actually probably need to do a couple video clips to get myself ready for some things. Tomorrow's a little crazy for me, so I don't get to do that. And now my dog is being quiet. Let's make sure he's not destroying things. Come on, pal. Artificial grape flavor turns blue under UV. Somebody asked about this one. Not this one. This one right here. That's the snow water, blueberry, and spicy maple syrup. Oh, here's a question for you guys. So I have a bunch of guests lined up for What's New with Me podcast, but my question is, what are some guests you would like to see on? I'll tell you, I am working on a few people. I won't spoil because if I don't get them, that's sad. But who would you like to see on the What's New with Me podcast? If you don't know what the podcast is, I put a video version out for every single one. It's literally me talking to people in the mead world. And then, of course, there's the podcast version on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcast, excuse me, and all the other things. I'm trying to figure out where was that. Oh, we use the 3 clover as lemon in mead because it gets citrus taste. I don't know. I have a black tea mead that I transferred into secondary. Strength loose tea tastes like dry white wine. Steeping in secondary better. I think there's a chance that I don't know for sure. This is where I know some things, but I don't know all things. So I would say try it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, let us know. This is the spicy maple syrup, which is very clear. Looks good. Oh my gosh. That's still a little hot, both in alcohol content and the heat. I was not ready for that bite. The owner, brewer at White Bear Meadery, Minnesota. I feel like I tried to go to White Bear when I was in Minnesota. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Angel of Verdun. Host Mead Fueled Rants. Ooh, that sounds fun. A Mead Fueled Rant. I could get behind that.
I am, of course, I have some big guests I would love to get on, but people are busy. So this is the person if this person comes on my podcast, then holy cow, I'll be awestruck. But, I gotta get it right. Hold on. I'm gonna fact check myself. Okay, yes, that's right. Dylan Sprouse, one of the Sprouse twins. If you ever watched, I think they did Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. They did some other things, but if you ever watched those, Dylan Sprouse, one of the twins, owns a meadery called All Wise Meadery, and I've reached out to him. The dude is mega famous, and like that's what I mean is if I ever got him booked, it'd be a godsend. If you're on Twitter, you wanna tweet at him and say, "Hey, come on the What's New with Mead podcast." Maybe we'll see. But I've reached out. I haven't gotten any response from him. So that's one big celebrity. Probably never gonna get. The lead singer from Tool has a winery and makes some mead. So I reached out to him. Again, probably not gonna get him on. It'd be hilarious if I got them on. I'd love it. It'd be fun. But it would just be hilarious. My next mead is going to be maple and cinnamon spiced, working on the recipe. Ooh. This right here is a spicy maple syrup. Honestly, turned out to be really good. And this one is the one that re-fermented in the bottle. I don't know if you watched the video, but is a wild yeast. And so wild yeast are generally unpredictable. And it's kind of hard to know exactly what they're going to do. In this case, they kept fermenting when I thought they had stopped. And so this re-fermented, and then the other one re-fermented as well. No, that's Eric Newquist, owner of, I don't know how you say that, Meadery, award winner. And Everett, Washington is my closest friend's cousin. I love those relations where someone's like, this is my my whatever husband's aunt's sister's friend, and then you're like, you try to connect the dots. I visually have these dots in my brain that are like, okay, husband's aunt's cousin's friend, and it just turns into a thing. So that's funny to me. I got a few more minutes, you guys, and I do have to close it down. I got to make sure and accomplish all of my dreams before I have to do other things. Maple and cinnamon. Marshmallow mead. Oh, use a meadow foam blossom honey. That sounds good. I got on a topic yesterday with David Myers, the Redstone Meadery owner, about meadow foam honey, and I was asking him like, what's a honey that you really, or a mead that you really want to make? And his response was, well, I've already kind of accomplished it, but he really wanted to make a meadow foam mead using the honey as the base, and then add some other things. That's how you get, to me, a marshmallow-y kind of character. My Mary Animal says, my best friend since childhood's cousin. Just one step. Yeah, yours is simple. The one I created was silly. I'm sure you've got it. You have. I have reached out, and I actually had some very fun communication with Mr. Schramm the other day. I'm currently working with him and some other big mead people in the scene on a project. I'm helping them promote their project. I'm not saying that I'm part of the project. I'm just helping promote their project. So I'm currently working on that as it stands. But yeah, that one is very fun itself. I have not committed him down. He's very busy. So I've not locked him down to be part of the podcast yet. So maybe one day. There are a lot of people I would love to get on. Any last little questions? And then I got to close this down. We got to throw the rave lights on. Oh, I lost my music. There we go. Give me one moment, you guys. Give me one moment. All right, sorry. Important call. Gotta make sure and talk to the mom. Have you made a braised 1 month mead yet? I have not. Is it on the list? Absolutely. Is my list of meads extremely long? Yes, it is. So, yeah. Congrats on the 25K. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. About to start a rhubarb mead. Any thoughts on oaking it? I've never used rhubarb, step one, so I can't tell you if it's great oaked or not. I do think it'd be interesting. I think every mead with oak having the tannic value added to it will definitely get better. Because you have to have a balance of tannic value, of sweetness, of floral variety, of acidity within a mead, all of these things to really collaborate and be the best thing possible. So after 25 years, it's time. Marshmallow. Once mead. Oh yeah, you're right. That was the FBI. He saw my camera on my computer and he was like, "Hey, I heard you're talking about this. So I need you to send me some." It's like, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry, Steve. I'm on it. I'll send it to you as soon as I can." And he's like, "Cool. I'll talk to you later." Got a jet. Company is here. Thanks, David. Appreciate you, man. Oh, man. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do need to close this down. Otherwise, I'll keep going. I would love to do this for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. But logistically, my camera battery is close to dying because of my silliness in the beginning. Thank you for those who have tuned in. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry for a very rough beginning of the stream. I know that the start of this was quite the wild event, but you guys have stuck with me. Make sure my dog isn't chewing something he's not supposed to. You stuck with me, and I appreciate you. 25,000 subscribers. I'm so excited about the future. I have tons of content planned. And if you have feedback for videos, if you have video ideas, if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have a desire to support the channel, all of these things, all right, you can get down below, comment below. I appreciate you guys greatly. But go make mead if you have the ability to. Go buy mead if you have the ability to. And support everyone you can who makes mead. Not just me, but everyone surrounding this world. Because we have to grow it together. We're a team. Let's be a team. So, I hope you have a wonderful night. Are we able to see you? I don't really do a Brews Lab thing. Sorry, little side note. I don't really have a Brews Lab thing like BC, unfortunately. But I hope you have a great night. I'll see you guys next time. And cheers.